Hi guys, and welcome to video 2 of the blogging crash course for beginners. In this video, we're going to talk about choosing a traffic source for your blog. Guys, if no one is reading your blog, you won't make any money. Alright, they won't see the products you're promoting, they won't see your offers. Alright, we're building a business, and business needs to make money. Remember, you're building a blog to provide value, and in exchange for that value, you'll be earning. All right, unless you're doing a non-profit blog, that's a different story. But if you're doing this course, it's because you want to build an income replacement blog that will give you your dream lifestyle. So there's a big concept I want you to get before we move on into this video. And that one concept can determine how fast your results come. All right, so that thing is that you should pick one traffic source. Please, I'm begging you, don't make this mistake. I've seen this mistake made over and over and over. Even I had made this mistake. When I just started, I was doing this traffic source, that traffic source, and the newest fad that comes about. No, pick one traffic source, master it, and dominate it. Right? One traffic source, master it, and dominate it. That is how you can get fast results. Learn everything about a traffic source, all right, and you will be able to reap benefits faster than the other guy that is just doing everything. Here's why you should focus on one platform. You will feel less overwhelmed. Right? There's nothing more worse than feeling overwhelmed with no sense of direction. When you're doing one platform, you just have one direction. You don't have to spread yourself thin. Right? You will have one direction and you will give every energy to that one platform. Right? So another thing is that you'll become a master of that traffic source. Right? Becoming a master of it will make it the job much easier for you. Yes, if it's a new traffic source that you have never tried before, there's a learning curve. As to anything in life, there's a learning curve. But guess what? The learning curve will become shorter because you're doubling down on it. You will learn everything that you need to know about that traffic source. All right? And when that traffic source kicks in, and when you're getting those 1,000 visitors a day, those 10,000 visitors a day, per day, you can now branch out to a different traffic source. All right? You can go to a different traffic source knowing that you have a steady stream that is already coming in. All right? So that's how you take your time and grow and scale. All right? And get, maximum results in a short time. Don't try to be everywhere. That's the worst thing you can do right now. Another thing is that your content strategy will be extremely tailored to that platform. In other words, it will be native to it. All right, and I'm going to explain that more. But when you have native content on a platform, you will have higher engagement. All right, so there's 3 platforms I'm going to recommend for any beginner who's going to start a blog. 3 platforms. And the first one is YouTube. Now, before you close out the video and say that you don't want to go on camera, hear me out. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. You can't ignore it. Video is becoming the #1 content as the years come or the years goes, right? There's tons of data to support that. Video content will be the #1 consumed content as we get more advanced. All right, and you don't have to have any type of Hollywood production. You just have to give value. All right, so I'm going to show you how you can, some ways you can, go about YouTube if this is one of the platforms you want to use. All right, you don't have to do YouTube. You can do the other 2 that I'm going to discuss in the next couple slides. The thing about YouTube is that it has a high conversion rate for sales and email opt-ins. I've seen this a lot of times. It's just how YouTube is. YouTube just have that type of traffic with intent. People are searching with keywords on on YouTube. So therefore, these are people who are searching for a problem, solution to a problem, They want to fix that problem. And if you provide them the solution, if you give them value, then you have a higher chance of conversion. All right. YouTube is one of the best passive traffic sources right now. I've seen videos that I've done from years ago that are still giving me leads, still sending sales. it's just extremely passive, and I would recommend it. If you're into video, you should definitely do YouTube, because it's so passive, and you just do the work one time, and that piece of content just keeps sending leads, sending sales, you know, still building your email list. It's extremely powerful. And lastly, it's awesome at brand building in your niche. If you want to dominate your niche, if you want to be the go-to guy in your niche, you must do video. Now, even though I say that you have different platforms you can choose, but at some point you should do video, because it's one of the fastest ways to become an authority in your marketplace, all right, or in your niche. And when people see your visual content, they become more attached to you, and they trust you more, especially if you go on camera. But again, you don't have to go on camera. All right, I'm going to show you how you can get around that. Now, guys, remember, this is a crash course. It's impossible to cover everything about this platform, and it's the same for this course. It's just a framework I'm giving you that you can run with, and as you go along, if you need any more information, you can do extra research, and I'll be putting out more videos going more in depth in the future. So here's the thing: creating content on YouTube, as I said, you don't have to be on camera. You can create videos using PowerPoint, just like I'm doing right now. I'm giving you value for free, all right? And I'm not on camera. It doesn't matter to you, because at the end of the day, you've landed on this video because you want to learn how to create a blog and become successful at it, all right? You don't care how I look, all right? Maybe to some persons, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you're giving value, you will do well on YouTube. If you don't want to go on camera, you can hire someone on Fiverr to do the video for you. There's a lot of channels online that there's a lot of channels on YouTube that have done extremely well through Fiverr. And in future videos, I'm going to go deep in that and show you some examples. But you can search for voiceover talent. You can search for persons who will do or testimonials. Search testimonials on Fiverr, and you'll find people who can do well on video. Just send them a script, all right, and they will, do the content for you. But I'm not telling you that you should create fake testimonials. No, what I'm saying is that persons who do those type of gigs are more likely to do well at bringing across your content. So for example, if you're going to create a YouTube channel targeting smoothies, if your first video is about the top 5 smoothie recipes, or the best smoothie recipes for weight loss, you write that script and you send it to that voiceover talent. They do it for you, and you upload the video and you market it. That's basically what I'm recommending, and I've used this strategy in the past. All right, so it works very well. If you don't want to do that, you can do animation videos. Same thing, go on Fiverr. There are tons of whiteboard animation, and you've seen these videos all the while. They do it very well. So if you're good at animation, or if you don't want to do it, you can hire someone to do it, and it's not extremely expensive. It's very affordable. Now, how do you find video topic ideas? All right. Here's what you should do: reverse engineer your competition most popular videos and give a lot more value. Let me read that again. You're going to reverse engineer your competition's most popular videos and give a lot more value. Let's dive deeper into that some more, because it seems a bit vague, but you'll get it on the next slide. Let's say smoothie for weight loss. Let's say that you're going to create a video for that niche. All right. Here's what you would do: type smoothie for weight loss into YouTube search. All right. And then you're going to sort by the most popular videos and see who's getting the most views and engagement. Based on that, you're going to reverse engineer. So let's say the top video says 5 smoothie recipes for weight loss. What you're going to do is create a video that says the top 10 smooth recipes for weight loss. That's how you're going to do a lot more value. So if your competition is giving 10 tips on a certain topic, you're going to give 15 tips on that topic. All right. I hope I'm getting this across to you guys. But don't try to reinvent the wheel. See what's doing well in your niche, and based on that, you reverse engineer and give a lot more value than your competition. If you do that, you will do well. So let's say you found your video topic idea that you're going to target. How do you optimize your video for success? Because as with any platform, there's different optimization techniques in order to do well on that platform. So the first thing is that you should always put the main keyword in the title of the video. All right, this is very important because it's one of the first thing that the crawlers or the spiders read on your video file. All right, they read the keyword, and one other thing that they read is the name of your video file. So let's say if you target the smoothie recipes for weight loss, before you upload the video, you would name the video your keyword. That can give you an extra edge, because you want to give as much data or metadata to Google or YouTube about your video. The other thing is that you should write an original description between 100 to 300 words, including keyword a few times. And please don't overdo it. If you spam the description with too much keywords, you're going to get banned. All right? YouTube is getting very advanced right now, and if they recognize that you're spamming in the description, you're going to get a strike on your channel. So don't do that. Another thing is that before you upload a thumbnail for your video, make sure to put the keyword of the target keyword, put it as the name of the image file. So in this case, it would be smoothie recipes for weight loss.png, or if you're using a JPEG file, it would be JPG. All right, you just make sure that the keyword is in the name of the thumbnail before you upload it. So that's the basics of YouTube optimization, and this is basically how you can dominate YouTube. There's no rocket science thing to it. All right, you just need to do these basics and you will do well. Now let's talk about platform 2, Pinterest. If you haven't heard about Pinterest, then maybe you haven't been paying attention, but Pinterest is becoming very, very powerful for traffic generation. I myself have done extremely well with Pinterest, and I'll be putting out more content about Pinterest. Pinterest is extremely well for referral traffic for your blog. Now, recently Pinterest overtook Facebook in terms of referral traffic volume to websites. Think about it for a second. Facebook. Right now, Facebook, if you're not doing paid ads on Facebook, you're not going to get any traffic. And if you do get any traffic, it's going to be a far cry from what you used to get. Because right now, Facebook have killed organic reach. So it doesn't matter how many likes you have on your page. If you want your post to reach your followers on Facebook, you have to pay to play. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's business, and as with any platform, you have to adjust. But with Pinterest, the organic reach is doing well, very well right now. So if I was to choose a platform as a new blogger, I would definitely focus on Pinterest. And right now, it's doing well with active users. It has 200 million active users, and it's growing very rapidly. Sorry, I just said rapidly. It's growing very rapidly, and it's mostly users with high buyer intent. These are people who are going to Pinterest with the intent to purchase something. All right, 70% of them are looking to buy something in the future. All right, so that's one traffic source that I think you should focus on. If you're not sure about what you should pick, I would say do Pinterest. And that's just my recommendation. But any of these 3 platforms that I'm covering in this video will do well. All right. So the thing is, Pinterest works extremely well for visual niches. So if you're in the health and fitness, if you're in the recipe niche, if you're in the home and decor niche, if you're in anything that has to do with visual or any type of creativity, then you will do extremely well on Pinterest. And even some boring niches are doing well there. I mean, I've seen finance blogs getting referral traffic. I've seen real estate blogs getting traffic. It doesn't matter how seemingly boring that niche is, there's a pie there. There's a piece of the traffic pie you can get from Pinterest, and it's great for brand building. I mean, Pinterest, when you pin something on Pinterest, you get thousands of impressions and clicks, all right, and brand visibility, which is becoming a big thing right now. One of the most asked questions right now, and it's understandable why, because a lot of people do not know what Pinterest is really. So Pinterest is basically a visual search engine where people search using keywords just like Google. So imagine Google, all right? Google and Pinterest is the same. The only difference is that Google doesn't have the visual aspect as Pinterest. So if someone asks you what is Pinterest, you can just tell them it's just the Google for images. All right, so that's what it is basically. It's a visual search engine. So you have to appeal to person's visual senses. All right, so let's look at some Pinterest optimization hacks to use to speed up your results. All right, remember, we can't cover everything, but I'm just giving you the meat to help, propel you so that you can use it to, get results for your blog. In terms of traffic, the first thing, when you're creating your boards, label your boards with keywords and optimize for user intent. So let's say you're creating, let's go back to the smoothie keyword. If you're creating a smoothie board, you go to Pinterest and you type smoothie recipes, it's going to auto suggest some keywords. And based on those keywords, you're going to create, just pick one of those keywords and create your board from that. So if the keyword says smoothie recipes for weight loss, you're going to name your board that. All right, that's what I mean by optimizing for user intent. The second thing is the pin description should be between 100 to 250 words, 250 words. Include keywords 1 to 2 times. It's the same thing with YouTube. You don't want to overdo it. You just want to give Pinterest enough data about what your pin is about. All right, so you write your description, make sure that it's original. You're not going to copy and paste from somewhere else. Make sure that it's original and include your keywords 1 to 2 times. You can go up to 3 times, but I recommend 2 times to be on the safe side, because you can also get strike for being too spammy on Pinterest. So don't overdo it. Now, when you create your images on Pinterest, make sure that you include call to action. So for example, at the bottom, you would say, click here to learn more. All right. This increases your click-through rate to your blog, because you're not in the business of just creating visual content just for the sake of appeasing the senses. You want to get click-throughs to your content. All right, because you're creating value and you want them to read the value that you're creating. So include some kind of call to action. And there's a lot of mixed information about this. Some say you can pin 20 times per day, but I think that's too much. 3 to 5 times a day is more than enough. When you're just starting out, and even if you have a million followers on Pinterest, I think 3 to 5 times is good enough. You don't want to end up with pin fatigue, which is basically persons seeing your pin over and over. If they want to see your pin, they'll come look at your pin. On my Pinterest account, from one of the big followings that I've generated through Pinterest, persons actually come back to your account to see what you have new. Because remember, you have built a brand for your niche, and they want to come back and see what you have fresh. So you don't have to overdo it with your pinnings. People come back and see what you have new. So 3 to 5 times per day is more than enough. Now, the last platform that we'll be covering is the good old Google search. Yes, Google search, Google search is the best and highest converting traffic you can ever get to your blog. That's just a fact, and it will never change as long as Google is the best search engine in the world in terms of, giving users what they want, in terms of returning the right content to keywords searched. Google will be the best traffic source. Now, that doesn't mean the other traffic sources aren't good. It's just that people go to Google to solve their problems. They are looking for you. They are looking for your content. They want something actionable that can solve their issue. So if you're writing good content and people land on your blog through Google, you will have higher conversion rate for your sales. You'll get higher opt-ins for your email list, right? And they'll be more engaged on your site. They will see what else you have more. So platform 3, I was going to put it at platform 1, but I think I should save the best for last. And it's the one that is the most powerful in terms of return on investment. Yes, it takes some time. When search engine traffic kicks in, it's well worth it. So as I said, it will be always number one highest high converting traffic, and they have the most volume. Right? They get billions of searches every day. There's no other platform that can compete with them in terms of volume. And the traffic is passive. You create the content good one time and you just keep updating it just to make sure that it stays, within whatever niche you're in. You make sure that you update your content so that you keep up with the standards of that niche. And the barrier to entry is still low if you niche down properly. You remember we discussed in video 1 on how you should niche down to compete against the big guys, right? You can't go broad and expect to do well on Google. You have to niche down, find your subtopic, pick that one topic and dominate it. Write everything around that topic, and you will definitely start ranking for some long tail keywords on Google, right? So Google optimization is a whole new thing, a whole different course, a whole different video. And there's too many things to go into to actually, to cover Google search and how to do well in the SERPs. But the one tip I can give you that has done well for me, because I'm going to be honest, when I just started with Google search, I didn't care about SEO. I was just writing good content, and I was just making sure that my writers were, competent enough to provide the most valuable content for that topic. And I wasn't really doubling down on search. I just wanted to create content that, helped the user. And without optimizing, I actually did well. So this concept of reverse engineering your competition's top performing posts and making them better will do well. And some of you might hear of this concept. It's called the skyscraper technique. It's from Backlinko. I think it's Brian Deans. He's the one that came up with this concept. And it works very well. This technique, you see what's performing well in the niche. You go back to the drawing board and you double the amount of value that the user can get from that post. So if your competition write a blog post about 10, let's say 5 best ab exercises for women, you can go and create a blog post that says, 10 ab exercises for women. I mean, you're giving a lot more content, a lot more information than your competition. So that's basically, optimizing, your content so that it does a lot more better than your competition. Now, as I said, there's tons of different things that goes into SEO, and I have to, in future videos, I'll be going deeper in Google search. Now, there's one rule you should follow with Google search. If you satisfy the user, you will satisfy Google. All right? Don't think too much about Google keyword research, about, word count. Well, word count, you should make sure that it's, it should be at a certain word count if you want to cover that topic. I mean, if you're covering a topic and covering as much about that topic, you're going to have a good word count. So you can't expect to write a 500-word article and expect to do well. It's not going to work. The data suggests that Google favors content that is more thorough and in-depth. And if you're going to create something in-depth, typically it's going to be between 1,500 to about 2,000 words. That's the sweet spot. And that's where I normally create my posts, between I don't go below 1,000 words, but 1,500 to 2,000 words is more than enough to cover any given topic, or most topics, because some topics you have to go way deeper and you can end up with even 5,000 or even more, 10,000 words post. But I'm not saying you should go that deep. Just get enough, cover enough that you'll have a good word count. And you're not just going for word count. You want to make sure that at the end of the article, the user will be satisfied. That's what you should aim for. Not satisfying Google. You should satisfy the user. So which platform gives you faster results? Honestly, I wouldn't pick any platform in terms of time frame for return on investment. But if I were to choose starting over, I would pick Pinterest. Create native pins and dominate Pinterest. But again, that's just me. If you are visual, if you are into video, then do YouTube. Create YouTube, create value there, and send the traffic to your blog. All right? That's how you have to just pick the platform that you're comfortable with. Everyone is different. And yes, there are more platforms, but I picked these three because they're the three highest converting right now. And I mean, they're not going anywhere. So all you need to do right now is just pick one platform and master it. And remember, whichever platform you choose, you have to create value. All right? Do better than your competition. That's how you do well. Now, remember, the more value you give, the more money. Well, the money will follow. When you just start, don't think too much about making money right away. It's not going to happen. I'm just telling you from now. You're not going to create a blog this week and expect to make $10,000 or $100,000 next week. It doesn't work like that. Business takes time to grow. What you're going to do is set a solid foundation for that growth. That's what I'm doing here with this course. I want to give you a framework that you can build upon. And from there, if you need more information, you send it to me through email or comment on the video below. Let me know which topic I should cover. And I'll keep giving more in-depth content that you can use. Pick one platform, research about it, find every information you can find about it, and just dominate it. And when you start getting the traffic, you can go to other platforms. That's how you can have a blog that is getting traffic in the next 3-6 months or even earlier. I've known persons who are getting getting their first 1,000 visitors in the first month. It can happen. It's possible. Even more. If you have a good content strategy, you will do well. Just pick one platform and master it. In the next video, we're going to talk about some ways you can monetize your blog. There are some ways you should go about it and some methods you should avoid in the beginning. So we're going to cover that in the next video. So stay tuned. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and hit a like on the video. All right, I really appreciate it. So that's the only thing I ask of you. Just hit like and subscribe, and the only thing I will do is give you guys value, keep teaching you what I know so that you will do the same. You will do well if you put these teachings into action. So I'll see you in the next video.